To group break number 605. We're running back the same half case and a black diamond box. Here are your teams. Good luck. Like I said, we were talking about this first half, but one Demidov. We hit the clear cut. One Outburst Young Gun. A Celebration. And then one pop count 100. So still some chances for some cool stuff. Should have potentially 5 Young Gun canvases in this half because Sam Renzel was our only one in the first half. Should have our canvas black and white. So lots of potential here. Who knows? Maybe we'll hit a gold outburst. That would be sick. And we have the guy come after us. It's really funny that it's going to be tough. Whenever we hit a gold outburst, it's actually going to be really tough to beat the only one we've ever pulled. But hey, we'll always try. All right, here we go. Adam Larson for the Let's Get Kraken. Tuck and Nylander on the other things. Raymond, Joey Decord, Ian Moore. We'll top load and sleeve the Young Guns when we get to a good breaking point here. Ian Morris for the Ducks. Forsberg, Kirill Kaprizov, Noah Ostlund. I like Ostlund. Very interesting player. Compadres of the Predators. Skylar Brendamore. Not super high on him. Jared McCann on the Cup Quest. Vince Dunn, Dylan Larkin, and Sam Montembeault. Kraken, Red Wings, and Habs. Canvas of Joel Eriksson Ek for the Wild. Jack Finley for the Bolts. And Lane Hudson on the compositions. There we go. Get them sleeved. And top loaded here. Again, if you're new to collecting hockey cards, Young Guns historically have been one of the best bang for your buck cards. It's changed a lot, but I don't know why it just felt like it got a lot brighter in this room. But it's changed so much that, like, you know, your mid-end, like, your top-end guys are worth more than they ever have been, but your secondary guys used to be, like, you know, Ryan Leonard's a good example. He would have been, like, a $25, $30 Young Gun a decade ago. Even, like, 5-6 years ago. Now he's not. But if they do well, it is one of the cards that does tend to go up in value the fastest, so. Because it is one of the key staples. Dazzlers, Kaprizov for the Wild, a Draisaitl on the canvas for the Oilers, Cup Quest of Demko for the Canucks. Brady Tkachuk for the Senators, Noah Ostlund. Ostlund for the Sabres. Really like him. Think he's got a chance to be something special. But again, one of those guys that in the past probably been 5 to 10 on the Young Gun value. I don't know what he's going for now. Kreider for the Rangers, but he still would have had some hype as a first-round pick and stuff. Clear cut of Henrique for the Oilers, Celebrini Encore for the Sharks, and Markstrom for the Devils. Young Gun canvas, Sabrango for the Senators. And a Colton Doc. What's up, Doc? Right behind it for Chicago. A little bit of that usual peel on the canvases. Still been a problem for a few years now, eh? I guess it's where the roller marks are, too, on the Young Guns. Forsberg for the Predators. Dustin Wolf on the Pink Dazzlers for the Flames. Reinhardt and Werenski. That there. Miro Heiskanen, and David Pastrnak, and Elias Defensive Pettersson. Or sorry, Elias. And just some base guys. All right. Box dose. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we want to see. A lot of stuff that we want to see, but something cool. Here we go. All right. Let's see what we can find here. Dawson Mercer doing a nice little high kick for the Devils. Kent Johnson and Lucas Raymond. Blue Jackets, Red Wings. Robert Thomas, Leon Draisaitl, Yanni Newman for the Kraken. That's a young gun that I quite like in the set. I don't get why he was benched by them, but unless he's doing the like Leo Carlson strength training program, then that makes sense. Aiden Hill, swimming for the Bruins, and Matthew Wood on the portraits. Boldy, Rory Currens for the Flames. Currens for the Flames. I think it's Cairns. Like Cairns. Not Karens, Cairns. They don't have... I kind of wonder if they're ever going to put pronunciation back on the backs of Series 1. Celebrini. I think it'd be kind of cool. Sam Reinhart. Cider on the Speckled Portraits. Grubauer. William Eklund for the Sharks. Victor Ostman for the Seattle Kraken. And Marchessault on the portraits for the Predators. Marchessault, there we go. Boop. Next half, here we go. After this, I'm going to go have some blueberry froyo and then do some sorting. Barkov, Blake Coleman for the Flames, and Martin Necas on the Cup Quest. Compadres, Gabe Perreault. There's Gabe for the Rangers. Matthew Tkachuk. Black and white Young Gun canvas for the Seattle Kraken. Yanni Newman. Yanni Newman. Nice one there. And I like him. I think he's one of the better young, like probably one of the biggest sleepers in the set. But we'll see. Olsen Noncore, Askarov for the Sharks. Yeah, it's Newman. I'm like 99% sure. I looked up the NHL pronunciation guide at least. For the Kraken, Mel Onson on the Young Gun canvas. And then a Sabrango Young Gun right behind it. Go. And an Ovechkin goal-oriented. Well, yeah, he is kind of goal-oriented. Here, I'll double-check the NHL pronunciation guide. But I believe it's Newman. Yeah, it's Newman. Yanni Newman. Here comes a Demidov, maybe? Maybe. Be nice. It'd be nice. I wouldn't say no. Sizzle reel of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with a dinged corner to 199. What are people's thoughts on the sizzle reels? But yeah, definitely a soft corner on that. And then 199. And not my biggest thing. Compadres, Aho, Svechnikov, and Malkin. Kyrou, Dustin Wolf, and Sam Morden. Kind of cool, but they don't look nice. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Like, one of those good concept, not good execution. Boyum is going to be in Series 2. He was held back for whatever reason from Series 1. But he is in Black Diamond. We won't know extended until the Series 2 checklist comes out. But let's keep it rolling. Yeah, we unfortunately won't know. Normally extended. I don't think it'll be Misa. I think it'll be like, I don't know. It's tough. I have to check the debuts and stuff. Swayman, Gustafson, and Gabe Perreault. Compadres. There we go. There's Zane. There's Zane. Yeah, it could be like if Sam Dickinson makes his debut, which I think he has actually. But it also depends on how strong Series 2's checklist is, right? Because if Series 2's checklist needs all the help that it can get. Eklund for the Sharks. Barkov for the Panthers. Demidov Encore. Rookie for the Habs. Sam Reinhart on the Hustle and Bustle. Anders Lee, Ethan Frank, and Sidney Crosby. Outburst of Kastelic. Wyatt Johnson, Sizzle Reel, and Crosby for the Penguins. Dobson for the Islanders. Nice. Quinn Hudson for the Oilers. It's definitely not going to be Boyum because there's no way you hold him back from Series 1 and Series 2. I don't know. To me, that'd be crazy. And I don't think it'll be Schaefer because that product should be coming out right around the Olympics, and if he's in it and his young gun isn't out, Cowan is in... He'll be in Series 2, probably. He's in Black Diamond. But yeah. Like, it'll more than likely be Misa. But we'll have to see, right? Oh yeah, Beckett Seneki, yeah. Honestly, it could end up being him that gets held back for extended. Because he'll probably have better real world numbers. Nice, nice. Yeah, we hit the quad diamond last week. Young Gun Canvas Checklist, Perek and Dvorsky, so that'll be a random there. Again, I don't think we can get a variation on that actually at this point, but usual checklist comment is that if we get 2 of the checklist, both people will get one. If we hit a better variation and a worse one, we'll random off the better one, loser will get the worst one. Just as a way to, kind of split those. Rodrigue Young Gun. Holloway for the Blues. Lucas Raymond Pop Count to 1,000. Holloway Yossi. Encore of Tuck, Marchman, and Dominic Sheen. Lafreniere for the Rangers on the Dazzlers. Sheen goes up there. Man, Lucas Raymond's a stud. Ovechkin for the Capitals. I'm going to sleeve and topple the Ovechkin canvas just because it's Ovechkin stuff. Surely they have to have like something special from his game, right? Darlene for the Sabres. Dudors Makar, Ryan Suzuki. And Levshinov Portraits. His deluxe in the first half. A little bit more chipping on this guy on the top. Levshinov. Mackenzie Weegar, Dylan Holloway Portraits, and Philip Gustafson for the Wild. And Seth Jarvis insert. We got an extra card there. Huh. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, I saw that. The exquisite moments. It's just like, I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if like SB Game Used or the Cup or something has a huge card like that. Honestly, it'd be really cool if they fit it into 24-25, the Cup. But I doubt they would have. Just timing-wise, it'd be tough. All right. Box 4. No young... Oh, no, we did hit a young gun canvas. We hit the checklist. So, one of the boxes shouldn't have a young gun canvas. 24-25, the Cup releases next Wednesday. We will be live later in the day, potentially. But should be later in the day. I gotta go get my two-month-old his shots, so... This will be a little bit over, but... So, if something, if he's really fussy or something, then still try and be live for a little bit, but probably not as big of a stream as, other people. Yeah. And also, it's holiday time. I get the budget's going to be a little bit tight. Ryan Leonard for the Capitals, Joseph Wool. And, yep, checklist. Demidov, and call it Levshinov. The Ovs. So Brent and Irrational. Sizzle Reel, Aho, Power Canvas, Jack Hughes. Don't put glass around him, Hughes. Crosby, Melanson Young Gun, Dvorsky for the Blues. Still haven't hit his Young Gun yet. Canvas of Darcy Kemper for the Kings. A while ago, like this, we pulled an Outburst Young Gun, like a Gold Outburst Young Gun back when Extended released. It was a Marner Gold Outburst Retro Young Gun. So, like, technically not a true one, but still pretty cool. Noah Osland. Second Osland, the Young Guns. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was the first time we've ever pulled a Gold Outburst, and we opened up a lot of cases. And it went to a guy that PCs Leafs. So, although I don't know how he feels about that card now. Zook for the Wild. Rupe Hintz for the Stars. Evander Kane. DeBrincat. John Beecher on the clear. DeBrincat. And Owen Tippett. Sizzle Reel. We have pulled Fanimations before, but not recently. It's been a while. Should have one Outburst Young Gun left. Yeah, potentially two, but should be one left. Unless we're just not getting two in this entire case. Which I guess could technically happen, but... I mean, hey, you could do worse than Zuccarello, but yeah. I don't want to hit one this year. They don't look good this year to me. They look too similar to the portraits. There's nothing like unique about them, you know. That nearly came. Oh, that's why, because it was stuck. Mitchell Callahan Young Gun Canvas with nasty peel on that. That is who had the Bruins? Ailed. Ailed, I'll send you the box with it just in case you want to see if they'll send you something. I believe it was either 6.5. I'll have to look after like if it is 6.5 or 05, but it was one of these two, so we'll say it was this one. That's what my gut tells me. And then Sheen. Yeah, that's a rough one. They gotta fix that, man. That's like a few straight years of that being an issue. Seth Jarvis. Deluxe of Schneider. Man, he's kind of been nothing. Come on. There we go. Leo Carlson, Marner Cup Quest. Man, I can't believe they printed a Marner Cup Quest. Like, you had to have seen the writing on the wall. Keller for Utah, Dakota Joshua. There's Justin Robidaw. Like, there's just some decisions, I would say, that I don't get. Adam Fox, Owen Tippett, and Jason Robertson. Laine Slavkovsky, Jacob Gaucher, and Leon Draisaitl. Put the Gaucher up there because it's not a big guy to instantly sleeve and top load. Blaine Hudson Encore, McDavid Compositions, and Vasilevsky. Well, that was a rather meh box. Yeah, you can watch it in your in your like receipts, and then I will try and get them uploaded to YouTube today as well. I think I got to catch up on last week's, and then I actually need to go back and just see what I have uploaded and haven't, because I need to clean off that hard drive. All right. Here we go. 2 boxes to go. So we should have a Dvorsky Young Gun left for sure, because we haven't pulled them yet. Box 069. Van City, I unfortunately do not know the answer to that. So hopefully soon, but I don't know the answer. So hopefully this is a nice box. Yeah. I know that they're working on trying to get it up, obviously, like as soon as possible, so. The Oilers weren't an option? They should have been. Oh, you know what happened? No, R. Johnson has them. Yeah, no, R. Johnson has them. I was going to say, there's the 1 pending payment. Yeah, Van City, we should have stuff. We might have stuff in store that day. But if you're able to make it out to the store, at least. I think there might be stuff in store that day, but I'm not positive, so. We'll have stuff on, like, we'll have a couple Black Friday breaks on here. I'll see if we can do, like, some sort of special for some sealed product or not. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunately a bit of a trek. But Erson, Jack Hughes, and for the Hurricanes. Compadres, Sillinger, Morrissey. Drew Doughty, black and white canvas for the Kings. Fantilli, Bennington. Jacob Gaucher is our Outburst Young Gun, and a McKinnon Sizzle Reel. Well, that's an Outburst Young Gun. All right, Hyman Cup Quest. Levshinov for Chicago. Quinn Hughes, Dylan Duke. Connor Bedard on the canvas. That's a cool canvas. I honestly can't remember if the first one was a flyer or not. Sabrango and Kachuk. Maybe. It might have been... yeah, it was. It was Dorwart. It was. Good call. I mean, hey, we have a box and a half for Demi. We have a box and a half. Hopefully they're cropped. Yeah. I think the case that I did for singles, they weren't together. But I can't remember. Skarek on the Young Guns. Coco for the Kraken. Let me get those guys sleeved and top loaded here. 1 second, sorry. Quillen, yeah. Skarek. God, the goalie portrait just looked creepy to me. Olmark. Serial killer movie posters. Oh, exclusives, Young Gun. Man, the flyers over the full case would have been surprisingly good. Rodrigo Abals. Almost was a Canuck way back when, but I mean, look, it's an exclusives, Young Gun. Not who you want to see on it, but it's if you're the Flyers, you're a little bit happy. Toffoli, Celebrini, Erik Karlsson, Marco Rossi, Swayman. Here's Jimmy. No. None of the Flyers guys are that good. That reminds me. I'm going to try and get my Young Guns video done. It's going to be a little bit different for it, but the best one I think is either a Bulls or Dorwart, but like probably bottom six forwards at best. You're from Edmonton? Nice. We have no more Oilers fans though. There's too many in here. I can only handle so many. Nylander on the Dazzlers, Tana for the Leafs, and Monahan. Brady Tkachuk, Duran. So it doesn't look like a Demi box, but is a Jimmy box. Is a Jimmy. Okay. I am going to refute this. Stuart Skinner is fine for what he is being paid. He is playing at his pay level, at his pay grade. He is fine. The team defense in front of him is legitimately like awful. The amount of times I see high danger chances that the Oilers just give up Jack Eichel for Vegas is just insane. Seth Jones for Florida, Darlene, and Erson. Yeah, like I think Skinner and Pickard give you what they're paid to do goaltending wise. It's just that Oilers environment I actually don't think is super easy to be a goalie in. And especially at the NHL level. Like, I'm not saying Skinner is good. I'm saying that, like, the problem isn't Skinner, it's the team in front of him. Like, the thing about running a goalie as cheap as Skinner is that you need to have a lot more. If you're running a goalie tandem as cheap as they are, the rest of your team should be insanely overpowered. Like, insanely overpowered. But they're just not. They just built the poor team. And don't forget, they're supposed to have Jack Campbell in net. Like, they signed Jack Campbell to that contract. Like, he was supposed to be the starting goalie. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the blame... You can place the blame on Skinner when he was signed to be a backup goalie and is paid like a backup goalie and is playing like a backup goalie. Like, at the end of the day, he's giving you average goalie. Like, he's giving you average goaltending, and that's really all you should be asking from him. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Kochetkov, and Tolopilo for the Canucks. I like Tolopilo. I mean, again, it's not on him, though. Like, that's on the team. That's on management. Kyle Connor, Ferraro, and Hagel. Like, and I'd argue he was actually okay in the playoffs last year. Kiefer Sherwood. There's Dalbeer. Honestly, the thing that sunk the Oilers the most is just their team defense fell apart last year. Caulfield on the goal-oriented. Chris Kreider, Kyle Connor, and Austin Matthews. Lucas Dostal, Justin Robidaw Island. Yeah, but you also got a draft pick for Evander Kane, so like, you know. The McLeod versus Savoy trade, honestly, hurt a lot, in my opinion. I think McLeod is quite good. Timo Meyer. Oleksiak on the outburst. Connor Morrissey and Matty Beniers. Kane is bad. I mean, Savoy's fine. It's just McLeod was good. Other big chases for Series 1. I mean, Perec, Snuggerud, Perot. Let me pull up my cheat sheet here. Leonard. I like Leonard a lot. He's kind of cheap. Oliver Moore, Lev Shenov, Renzel. See, I find Kane to be a faux tough guy. Same vein as, like, JT Miller, where, like, yeah, they have their moments, but for the most part, they play somewhat soft. Brant Clark for the Kings. Coco. I'm cuckoo for Coco. Robertson. Geeky on the Pink Dazzlers. Man, he's been nuts. Hudson and Eric Carlson. Connor Zary. Tage Thompson. Riley Duran. Jack Hughes. Montembeau. And Connor McDavid. The Duran, I think, has a soft corner, but I can't tell if it's the ice. There's one outburst per box, yeah. So there's no more outburst Young Guns in the case, unfortunately. That ruins our chance of getting a 3 outburst case. Bobrovsky, Tim Washy. Need to washy my eyes after that. Hamilton for the Devils, just kidding. Svetch, Ottinger, and Olmark. I mean, no demis, but we did hit a exclusives Young Gun. We hit a Perec. We hit a couple Jimmy, or we hit a Jimmy. But Black Diamond time. Edmonton, honestly, like, I think Oilers fans should actually be relieved they didn't get John Gibson. In my opinion, I think John Gibson's a fraud, but at least lately. He was good in his prime, but he's not in his prime. They just, like, I don't know. They had so many bad mistakes. Z-View, I will try, man. I will try. Feels empty. 98 on the box number. All right. Final box. And again, as a reminder, Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time will be our big Black Friday stream. We will be doing some cup mixers there. We will be having some fun. All right, we'll go off the back. Pull down the 75s. And get the thick sleeves in. Howie Morenz for the Habs. 7 of 249. If the Oilers win the Cup this year, I wouldn't be entirely shocked, but they really got to turn... Like, they actually have to turn it around defensively. Sam Dickinson for the Sharks. 39 of 249. Because, like, they're not going far if they don't do that. Stanley Cup Heroes. Yuck. Sam Bennett for the Panthers. Sam, if I weren't playing on the Panthers, I probably would have a few more suspensions in my career. Bennett. Actually, no, the Department of Player Safety doesn't really care that much. Let's go to the back. Oh, Noah Ostlund on the team logo jumbos. You got the snout of the buffalo. And for Buffalo, Owen Power to 249. Or sorry, 349 on the base. And Paul Coffey for the Red Wings to 25. That's actually okay. That is okay. There's some marking on the back, but like, eh. Nice looking card. Yes, it's a sticker auto, but honestly, if this card was an on-card auto, that'd look so nice. Hang on 1 second, the boss. Let me sleeve up the power here. What I did for, like, granted this is through a company and not through stuff, but I did this myself anyways. I searched up for a Zebra GK420D label printer. It's a 4x6 label printer that's like the industrial standard. And on like, you can get them on Marketplace for a decent price. But yeah, I highly recommend getting a label printer. You can use a regular printer and paper. It's just annoying. But yeah, you need bubble mailers, shipping supplies, stuff like that. So the usual. And attention span, because the streams are a lot. I mean, I got mine for $30 because someone was just trying to get rid of it. Yeah, Cascadia, that's what I have. It's it looks like here. Oh god, I shouldn't have done that. It looks like this. This is what I have. But yeah, it prints it out. It doesn't use ink. Oops, sorry, I whacked the camera there. It doesn't use ink, so you never have to worry about ink on it. The labels I get from Chit Chats for like, I forget how much they are, but they're like a cent a label. And it just like vomits them out. It's really easy. Those are like a really good high-end brand. Like, they're expensive. I guess like you can get them for $300 off Shopify somehow, I think. But yeah. So I would highly recommend getting one of those, even if you do any volume, it's worth it, honestly. But so we got 2 randoms to do here. Yeah, the one bin thermal printer is another popular one. But yeah, I got that one just because it's like, they're generally bulletproof. And if you can find a good deal on one use, again, they're generally bulletproof. So they, yeah. All right, 3 times on the randoms. This is for the Demidov Levshinov. Once, twice, 3rd time. Montreal. And the Young Gun Canvas. Uno. Dos. Tres. Calgary. Boop. Boop. All right. Yeah, they're not hard to use once you figure it out. It takes like a couple seconds, but they're pretty easy to use. There's so many people that use them now that you can just look up tutorials probably for them. It's just like you just insert the labels, and as long as they're inserted correctly and like you format your labels properly, it's fine. So oh yeah, definitely use a couple of what Cascadia said. You do a couple of test streams first. If you're doing high volumes on like eBay, or like not eBay, but like other sites and stuff that use label printers, it could be worth it. So, but yeah, if you do high volume of sales anywheres, honestly, those are nice. So Coco for the Kraken, Dvorsky, Snuggerud, Coco, Ostland, Perot, Neiman, Doc, Ostland on our kind of key young guns. Some numbered stuff. Schneider, Raymond Pop Count, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen Sizzle Reel to 199. A balls to 100 on the Young Guns exclusives. Gaucher on the Outburst. Neiman, Canvas Black and White. Perek for the Flames on the base Young Guns. We hit the Skarek, the really messed up Michael Callahan, Melanson, and Sabrango. Right, because there's our 5th canvas. For Calgary, the checklist. Checklist Young Gun went to Montreal. We hit the nice Ostland there. Dickinson, Moran's, Bennett on the Cup Heroes and the Power. And I'd say hit of the break, we're going to do the coffee because, hey, Hall of Fame auto to 25. All right, that is Group Break 605.